How real is that? Soon enough, we at dinner tables and laughing. Tomahawk steaks on our plates, my day one's bragging. I'm on resource and knowledge resort to violence, retort to comments. No time for problems, I'm on my vacay. Angel on my left side, damn, just look how she slay. You fucking blood suckers. On my soapbox, Jamaican way I twist lock. Bitches on my jack and dreadlocks, Geechee with no socks. Naked over the stove, feeling like step pops. Baby boy, daddy Kane, it's time to step out. Keep it crippy, word to trippy, avoiding Mickey. Trap be sticky, block spinning to leave him dizzy. Gillespie, peace be with all my niggas resting. 9 peace with the beef, pray up and count your blessings. How real is that, Had to cut off mine, and that's a fact, Cut off the niggas I knew was holding me back, I'm on resource and knowledge, resort to violence, retort to comments. No time for problems, I'm on my J.O. Lay low, ice cold, the show must go. What type of shit is you on? A new flow, let me connote, no, I got hope. For peddlers and cane pitchers, base hitters, lane switchers, bird flippers, before Twitter. Baby mamas and sisters and granny knock your ass out, you should've listened. Contradicting the box, faded. Scottie Pippen, dipped in Christian, stand in the rain, my new edition. Breaking family curses, building.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
Yo, we are back. We're Down to the Wire. As always, I'm here with Sebastian and Lee. How y'all doing, man? Week 2, we made it.
We here.
So some of us ain't make it too well. At least one of y'all teams won. The other team put up a great performance. One of us still hasn't scored in 2025. So, you know, I wasn't proud to wear this Giants gear today, but hopefully it's a better week.
Yeah, week 2. I mean, it's the battle. It's the battle of the bottom for the NFC East, really.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I'm still a little excited about my team, man. I know week 1 wasn't great.
What are you rooting for? Like, do you want them to do good with Russ? Do you want Russ to do bad so Dart gets played? Like, what are you looking for?
I want us to play well. It's just been a while since we've been good at football, and I want to be good at football again. Yeah. I'm sorry, that means Dart. Football. Yeah, I want to see good football out there. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been too long, bro. So
yeah. All right, but let's jump into it. First off, let's start with that Thursday night game. Commanders, Packers. Packers won 27-18. Jordan Love looked really good. Kraft went off. Had a career game. Guys, what are your thoughts? Thoughts on that Packers Commanders game?
Packers look scary. I don't know. They look scary because that defense is locked in right now. Mike is not even in on all the plays. You know what I mean? Like, he's still getting up to speed.
Pitch count.
So wait until he gets fully acclimated. And then on the offensive side, I feel like the offense, they haven't really been looking as good as they could be. They looked pretty good this last game, but they haven't gotten who's their first round pick? Matthew Golden, is that his name? Mm-hmm. The rookie. They haven't got him getting going. I think he had 0 catches last game, and I think I saw Jaden Reed got hurt, so they're gonna need him to step in. Hopefully, they start maybe designing more plays for him, getting him some looks, getting him going. But if they can get him going to contribute a little bit something, I mean, again, he was a first round pick, so you would think they would want to get him involved. He was supposed to be Jordan Love's go-to guy. We've yet to see that come to fruition on the field. But again, as good as they look, there's still potential for that offense to look even better. So if I'm the Eagles, I got one eye open on them in the rear view coming. We'll see.
Yeah, man. I think it was a conversation after week 1. Are the Packers title contenders? And they look even better in week 2. So the game ended up being closer than the score actually was. Like I think they scored late. They got the late 2-point conversion, which didn't mean anything. Like it, that was not a close game at all. They dog walked the Commanders, and the Commanders like they were a good team last year. Jaden Daniels had a lot of hype coming in, so it's like I didn't expect them to get completely smoked. I did think the Packers were going to win this game, but like they look dominant doing so. Like you said, Jordan Love looks like an MVP candidate to start the season. They're adding Micah to already really, really stacked defense. They lost Jaden Reed, but like their offense still hummed. Like Tucker Kraft absolutely looked great. I'm happy that I have him on one of my fantasy leagues. He'll probably get more touches because of that with Jaden Reed going down, but um, they haven't even opened up to, like you said, Matthew Golden. They have a bevy of like receivers, and nobody knows who's the number one option. People said it was going to be Jaden Reed. People say it was going to be Golden. Who knows? Like it doesn't seem like it matters for them on offense. And then again, the defense they have 8 sacks already. Like it's been 2 games. They got 8 sacks. I'd like to see them turn the ball over a little more. They only have 1 pick, but to me, I agree with Lee. Like Packers look like real title contenders right now. It's early. It's early in the season, but you know, to me, I don't know what you can say about them that hasn't looked good. Truly, there's everything about the coaching, the play calling, quarterback play, the defense. They're able to run the ball well with Jacobs. Like, what element of the team isn't there? Like they don't even miss Jair Alexander. It seems like they look good, man. Like I don't know what to tell you. They look really good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just Micah Parsons either. I mean, they added Nate Hobbs coming over from the Raiders. He was the Raiders' #1 cornerback. So you're adding a top tier starter, right? I don't know, top tier, but you're adding a starting corner right away. So you're not really feeling that Jair Alexander. And Jair Alexander's always been hurt too. So it's not even like, I don't know how much they're really missing because I feel like he's hurt every year. But they added Xavier McKinney. I think last year he came over. I think he was a Pro Bowler. I'm sure the Giants missed him. Rashawn Gary is still there. He came back from his injury. He was a Pro Bowler again. And it's not just the free agents. They're investing in the draft in there too. They got all those Georgia first-round picks, Walker, Wyatt. I think Bullard, I think it was a second-round pick, but I think he's from Georgia too. So, they got a lot of dogs, no pun intended, on that defense. And it's the copying the Eagles. Just get all the Georgia guys.
Hey,
so we'll see what happens.
It worked for y'all. Why not? My only problem with the Packers, they should have gave Micah 11. That's my one problem with the Packers right now. What are we doing with number 1, man? Give him 11.
I think it was like contract payment type of thing because they all have like deals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He the best player on the team, man. Give him his number.
Give him the number that he wants, right?
Yeah, man. We doing it.
I mean, on the Commander side, right? Like, do you think the league has figured out Jaden Daniels a little bit, or is it really just all Packers?
We have these sophomore slumps. We talked about it with CJ Stroud. We talked about it with Justin Herbert, and just basically any quarterback that's in the league and takes it by storm year 1. There's always going to be a little bit of a regression for them. I don't think the league has figured out Jaden Daniels. I will say, to me, and obviously I'm a Giants fan, I think he just played tough defenses to start the year. Like the Giants aren't an elite defense so far yet, but at the minimum they have really elite pass rushing talent. And he had to deal with that a little bit with Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, et cetera, and Brian Burns, right? They got to the backfield. And then same thing with the Packers. So any quarterback, regardless of who you are, if you're able to get to them, you're going to rattle them a little bit. And both of these teams have been able to do that. I don't know if that's going to be a staple of what he'll deal with going forward throughout the rest of the season. I don't really know too much about the Commanders' offensive line, but again, to me, I just do believe they went up against a really quality front sevens to start the year. So he didn't look bad versus the Giants by any stretch, but it wasn't like dominant. And then he didn't look great at all. He didn't look good at all really against the Packers, but I think the Packers are on another level as far as the defense. Yeah. So I don't think that's the case with Daniels. I'll wait on it, but again, more tape, more time, sophomore slumps do tend to happen.
Yeah, I think we unfairly set expectations too high for Jaden Daniels. I mean, if you actually look at the team around him, I think he really doesn't have a lot of help. I mean, yeah, they brought back Scary Terry, they brought in Debo, the jury's out on if Debo still's got something left, but I think you're really feeling the loss of Brian Robinson. I don't know. That trade still doesn't make sense to me unless they're really all in on Krosky Merritt. But now you just lost Eckler.
Yeah.
Like a young quarterback, you need a running game to lean on. We talked about the Packers, their struggles with the receivers, but they still have Josh Jacobs they could give the rock to. It's like the Commanders don't have that. If they're not if Jaden's not clicking, they don't have an alternative. Like he can't just hand the ball off 20 times to a back and grind it out kind of game. He needs to kind of be superhuman every single game for them to win.
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely a head scratcher looking at that trade now. Do you guys think Debo gets any more backfield touches?
He's gonna have to.
He's gonna have to. He did just lost Eckler, and I don't even think. I mean, Krosky Merritt looked pretty good, but like he doesn't look great, right? You talk about running the ball. I personally think the Commanders should go get Tyreek Hill. That's what I think should happen. If they listen, you get your quarterback the guys. That's what I'm saying. Get your young quarterback a guy. I know I've been looked at as the scary Terry hater on this pod, but like JD just put it in the chat. Dude getting $30 million, he ain't get no separation the other night.
Yeah,
like it can't happen. It can't happen. You can't be getting $30 million and you ain't doing nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like Scary Terry, like no one's gonna sit here and call him a bad wide receiver, but no one's gonna sit here and say he's a prime number one Jamar Chase kind of guy. Like,
go get a guy, man. Go and Tyreek Hill. I feel like he's available. Like he's ready. He's there. You can go get him. And see how it looks like.
That's his situation is so tricky because I don't know what his contract like how that works because his contract is huge, and I don't know like if the Dolphins have to eat that or not. But yeah, I would love to see Tyreek with Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry on the other side. That'd be scary. Yeah,
that would be scary, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that spread offense. I mean, you kind of have to go like all out in that sense, right? Maybe not the same way, but maybe similar to like the Patriots when it's just like they had the short pass game because they didn't really have the run game, but that was their run game.
Yeah,
like something like that.
With Danny Woodhead.
Can they afford to bring in Tyreek Hill? He's making like $30 million next year. I don't know if they can afford it. It's $10 million this year though, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And they're paying Terry already at wide receiver, so you can't be paying $50 million, $60 million to your wide.
You want to win or not, man? What's up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know when those guys kind of come off the books too, but yeah, it's tough. But all right, kind of moving on. Next topic, what were some of the biggest surprises from week one? I know a couple headlines were just, Ravens, Bills, they put up 81 points. Look like they haven't missed a beat from last year. I know J.J. McCarthy, Caleb Williams went against each other. Travis Hunter debut. What was most surprising for you guys?
Indiana Jones, man.
Yo, that was mine.
Maybe that
was mine. Yeah.
Maybe it shouldn't have been a surprise. He got away from the putrid Giants organization or whatever. But with some actual weapons and an actual offensive line, and he looked good. He looked good.
I've never seen him that look that good. Just literally just passing the ball like Danny Dimes.
What's funny is the one time he's looked that good was ironically against the Colts to secure the Giants playoff spot 2 or 3 years ago. He looked phenomenal in that game. And then
do you think it's just the O-line? Like obviously the Colts O-line is way better than the Giants. Do you think is that all it was? It's just he needs time back there? And
I think it's a combination. It's the O-line. It's the weapons are just better. Right.
Well,
like, obviously he had Neighbors, but outside of Neighbors, we clowned on Wandale, we clowned on Slayton. There's just better options there, and probably the coaching too. Like I believe in Dayball, but there seems to be more mojo in Indiana right now.
Oh, so are you
in there?
Are you in on Daniel Jones? Do you think this was a one game fluke, or do you think he's going to be?
Listen, and I talked to PMC about this. He should have jumped out the window
I
for real,
said
for
it,
real.
man. I said
Yo,
it.
Is this
look,
Sam
it's
Darnold
I
2.0
said it,
or
I'm gonna
man.
say it. Yes, it's about to be Sam Darnold 2.0. DJ about to get a bag. Indiana Jones and Lee, you're not gonna like it. Jumping out the window. If the Colts win today, they're winning in the division.
Yeah,
Ooh,
They're
okay.
winning the division.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what that means?
The Texans are out.
Texas, the
Texas
window's
window is
closed.
closed, man. And this is
Daniel
kind of,
Jones is gonna.
but this is kind of what I was speaking to before, like those previous weeks, where I'm like, that division is not going to be that bad, like forever, like going forward. And now, if Daniel Jones kind of puts it together and they're for real, like they're going to be contenders. And now you can't just say that you're walking into like 4 or 5 wins.
Hold up. Can we chill? I know it's a week-to-week league, but why are we overreacting over here calling Daniel Jones and the Colts contenders now? Come on.
No, there's a difference.
No,
We don't
no.
think they're contenders. We think they're contenders for the AFC South because the
Yeah.
AFC South ain't like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put my eggs with CJ Stroud. You could put your eggs with Daniel Jones. We'll see what happens.
We could do it. That could be this year's Marvin Harrison, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, listen, we can make it happen. Lee, I'll tell you this.
Man.
More people dropped CJ Stroud than people dropped Daniel Jones last
The Colts
week.
got a better roster. The Colts are a better roster. I'll admit that. Yes.
They picked up Daniel, man. DJ got picked up, man.
The Colts are a better roster, but I'm not all in on Daniel Jones yet, man. Come on.
That's fair. There's a lot of tape on that guy, so that's fair.
We'll see.
We'll see, man. What other surprises? Like, what do you guys think about JJ McCarthy's debut? I know me and Sebastian have been down on him. Like,
I'm still
forever.
down.
I'm still
How
down.
can you still
I'm
be down?
still down.
How can you?
I'm still down too.
I'm still down, bro.
I'm still
Oh,
down
what?
too. I
still
do
down.
I mean,
think
the first-
he's in the perfect situation. Perfect
Yeah,
situation.
he's in a great situation. Yeah.
Yeah, to
But-
me, I'll let you go.
I was
Lee.
not-
I've been talking.
I was not surprised. I mean, as bad as his first half was, I was not surprised he was able to turn around and come back. I mean, if you follow JJ McCarthy, his entire life, he's been like the guy. He was a 5-star guy coming out. He went to Michigan. What was his record at Michigan? What did he lose? Like 1 game, won a national title over there.
He's lost. He
Like,
hasn't.
He's lost,
what was it?
3 games.
Yeah, he's lost 3
middle school?
games since middle school.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why are you surprised that he came? He had a whole year to sit and learn. Like he's been itching to go. Like there's a reason people were saying he would have been the number 1 quarterback in the draft this year, over Cam Ward, over Shador, and everyone, because he's it, man. Like I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, I was surprised a little bit. Like I said, I don't. I think he'll definitely get better. I mean, I think, I think most of it is based on the hype, right? Like he's young. I think he's like 21, 22. Like he's real young, so like he has a lot of time to develop. It's a good fit. I expected the first half or 3/4 of the game. That's what I expected from JJ McCarthy because I haven't seen much. Like I think he has the tools.
It's his first start. Yeah, it's his first start. You
yeah.
expect him to struggle.
Yeah, like I think he has the tools for sure. But I also think we'll have to be careful about like when we anoint him because I think you do have like Justin Jefferson over there, like you do have like a veteran in like Thielen, like literally you have a perfect situation. You have Hawkinson, like outside of just having like a real established run game, like and the run game is still going to be decent. But like outside of that, like you have a perfect situation to develop. So like I think he can be good. I think they can take his time, but I wouldn't be surprised at like just forward thinking. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he gets better throughout this year. Maybe he has a little bit of a better year the next year, and then that third year he starts to drop off, just because like some of the pieces start to move away. There's a lot more tape, and like I just still don't think he's that guy at the end of the day.
Yeah, bro. I'm not a believer in JJ, but I do believe in the people around him. JJ, the actual JJ, Jettas, and Kevin O'Connell. Like, so we already saw him work magic with Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So what is it specifically about JJ McCarthy that
we
you don't
saw
like?
that man
Like,
play
I don't
football
understand.
live, Lee. We went
Every
to the
time
game.
he plays, he wins.
I'll say this. I
Well,
think
you already said he has the physical skills. Like, there's nothing he can't do.
But I'll say this, right? I think the same critique that we give Jalen Hurts, we should give JJ McCarthy because he
That's
wins.
fair.
He wins,
Yeah.
but I have yet to see him make the throws that he needs to make to win. I think he has all the mechanics and
So,
like all the ability to, but at any level, I've never seen him make the throws to win the game. I've seen him make plays, and sometimes that's enough. So maybe we'll see in time like that's enough. But in terms of like a quarterback, because he's kind of like we're talking about Daniel Jones, kind of Daniel Jones-esque in terms of like his skill set, in terms of being mobile and like because
okay,
he's
yeah.
he's not a traditional like pocket passer, right? But he's also not like a dual threat. So I think that goes to his advantage, and he'll be able to like make plays and extend plays. But I was just like, I just haven't seen him make the throws necessary
I
to
just
So
be
what?
that elite guy.
I don't see
What's
it,
his
bro.
ceiling to you? What's his ceiling to you?
Feeling?
Yeah, what's his ceiling?
Stealing Brock Purdy, man.
Ooh, okay.
Which is that's a good quarterback. I would
Yeah,
take a Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he'll be a
that's a
superstar.
good one.
I don't think he'll be a superstar.
Brock
Bro,
Purdy's a
he
good one.
already asking dudes not to give up on him at halftime, bro. Like I'm y'all can be as impressed as y'all want to be with the latter half of that game.
Yeah,
I'm not in on JJ McCarthy, bro. I
yeah.
never have been.
I will.
I
I will say the
I
leadership aspect too is another thing that I'm kind of down on. I mean, I can't really speak to it too much because like we're not in the huddles and everything like that. But I have seen like I've just seen different things where it's like I know his pregame routine is very like odd, and he has to kind of do it to kind of like almost like OCD a little bit. I've seen some clips where it's just like, the linemen are kind of like pushing him to say stuff to the team or like kind of motivate the team. And some of that is part of being young. Like it's being young, it's being a rookie, whatever. But then you also have people like Cam Ward who just kind of come in and they just take it. So I don't know. From the quarterback position, like I said, he has all the tools. I just don't believe it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
not
see.
in.
We'll see
I'd
what
say
happens.
another surprise for me, and I don't know how long we're gonna stay on this topic. Lee, I'm surprised you didn't say it. The Jets.
Oh, Justin Fields.
Justin
That's the
Fields,
field.
man. He
Yeah,
was out
yeah,
here, bro.
yeah.
The Steelers defense is supposed to be one of the best defenses in football, and they were carving through them. Like he was running, he was throwing, he was doing all the things. That was a great game, man. It really was. And it was my game to watch last week. I don't know if y'all remember. I was watching that like, oh snap, like Justin Fields is cooking right now. So Fields can play that well every game. The Jets defense should be better than it was in that game.
Yeah.
We might be
I
looking
mean,
at something, bro.
specifically in the Jets, I think I was more surprised with Brees Hall and
Yeah.
the regular running game, just because I feel like going into that game and any game versus the Jets this year, your number one option is going to be to stop the run. Like everyone knows the Jets are trying to run the ball 70% of the time. And he was still able to gash him. He got over 100 yards. Last year, he only had one 100-yard game. So he's already got one under his belt right now. And so, yeah, I mean, it's I think the combination of Justin Fields given that option of the quarterback runs is definitely opening up the entire offense. And there's one thing Justin Fields can do is he could throw bombs. Like he could throw bombs, he could throw them accurately. He struggles with the shorter passes, but those bombs, like, or for some reason, are always accurate. Even on the Steelers, he had a couple plays like highlight reels where he just rolled out and just launched it like 50 yards. So if they can take advantage of that and just like build up the play action. And if Justin Fields is going to be half of what he was with in week one, I think the Jets are going to be a surprising team, and it's going to be one of those where it's like at the end of the year he does. I think he's going to be good enough where they consider bringing him back, but they're going to be like, damn, do we? It's like the Sam Darnold situation. It's like, do we bring him back, or do we we're going to have a high pick? Do we draft someone? Like, because I think there's going to be a probably like 3, 4, maybe 5 first round pick potential quarterbacks. So it's like he's going to play himself into putting the Jets in a really tough position at the end of the year.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's definitely shown that he can, like to your point, like he's gonna put the Jets in a tough position. I think the Jets could surprise some people based on their defense. Like if the defense can carry them a little bit, I think Justin Fields is good enough to make them competitive. Like, because even watching that game, like he made a lot of good plays, but I feel like they had to use him a little bit too much. Like he was too much of a focal point than I would have liked for him and like the Jets offense in terms of like running the ball or just the option plays or just having to make the throws. but like he made plays. But I think ultimately, like the reason they lost that game was because he had to make too many of them, and I don't think you want to be in that position like as the Jets. Also, if you look at some of the throws, like some of the short throws, like some of those should have been picks. Like
Yeah.
some of those should have been picks. So it's like I think if you can limit that to an extent and just get a good mix, like they should be fine. But if you need him to kind of win you the game in a lot of those situations, I think sometimes he'll get him over the hump. But I just don't think that's the way that you want to play if you're the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, as good as he played, I wouldn't be surprised if throughout the year there's like 2 or 3 games that he costs us. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic. One, as a Jets fan, and two, we've seen Justin Fields before. Like I'm a still a believer in Justin Fields. I still think he can be a starting quarterback in this league, but still need to see it. Similar to you guys saying before, with like JJ, I need to see it more because I've seen more bad than good from Fields before. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think just last one too. You can also tell how, at least for me, I think you can tell exactly what Justin Fields is thinking, like based on how he plays. Like on the Steelers, you could tell he was very much like conservative. Like I'm not trying to lose the game. I'm not trying to turn the ball over. And like
Yeah,
that was the mindset. Whereas like the Jets, he's letting it loose a little bit more. Like he knows he has a
yeah,
little bit more of a leash. So it's
yep.
like as long as he makes those throws, some of them were tight windows, but he made the throws. What else? Any other surprises? Nothing from the Ravens, Bills.
I was
Yeah,
surprised that Henry fumbled that goddamn ball. I was surprised at that.
yeah,
I don't think the game was surprising. The fact that the Ravens were up as big as they were and then still choked, I feel like that's the
classic
Ravens.
Ravens,
Yeah, that's
classic
just what the
Ravens. Yeah,
Ravens do. I did love what I saw from Josh Allen and the Bills just the second half, like the fourth quarter and beyond of that game. But the Ravens choking is like it's just kind of what they do, bro. Like I wasn't surprised. I was surprised that Henry fumbled that ball though. That shocked me. I couldn't believe that
yeah.
it happened when it happened. But
I,
to Lamar, you gotta get a first down though. Like I know it's on the defense and everything, but like Lamar, you're the MVP caliber quarterback. All you gotta do is get one first down and the game is over, and you couldn't do it. Like you gotta do that. So
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised how good both offenses like really did look, and I think there's no question they're the two best teams in the NFL right now. Like, I don't think there's an argument for a third team to be up there, just based on what we saw that coming in, just what expectations we had coming in, what we saw last year, and what we saw that first game. I'm like, go ahead. I see you making a face.
uh,
Who would be the third team?
neither of these teams were in the Super Bowl last year, so I don't know.
Fair.
Listen,
The,
I don't
the
know.
Eagles did not look good versus the Cowboys. They were
Hey,
they were
man.
one drop away from losing that game.
I think
Sure.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we just talked about the
And we
Packers.
trashed on
We
the
just talked
we
about
trashed on
the
the
Packers. We
Cowboys.
talked about
But,
the
I,
Eagles.
but I
mean,
think specifically to the Eagles games. I mean, they weren't stopped until the rain delay.
Okay.
So I
Eagles didn't choke a what was it 20-point lead like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know,
yeah
man. I don't know if we're
yeah.
talking. These are the two
I
best teams in football
I
right
will
I
now.
would
say
still take the Ravens over the Eagles right now.
Ah.
I don't know.
Hey man,
I will
Lamar's about to win another MVP.
maybe if you keep
uh,
losing these games.
I don't know. I don't know. But I will say the defenses throughout the NFL did not look good. I mean, I think the Packers probably are the most complete defense that we've seen up to this point. I mean, a lot of the defenses are getting torched though. Like, so I think it's still early to tell. Some other like quick surprises. I'll say Dolphins Lions. I was shocked at how bad they both looked.
Yeah.
Like
Dolphins are done, bro.
yeah,
Dolphins are done.
Dolphins may have to blow it up. Like it's done. I think the coach is out.
So are Lions Ben Johnson merchants, bro? Like what's up? They ain't
No,
look
Lions
good.
will be fine. Lions will be fine. They'll be there at the end.
Hey man, I'm not ready to close
But
their window, but that
yeah,
did not look good.
I'm not
That ain't look good.
overreacting on the Lions or on 1 week. Yeah.
Hey man.
I
I'm,
I don't know.
I'm not a big Jared Goff guy in the first place, so it's shaky.
You think they're done? Like they're not even a wild card team?
I don't think they would.
I think wild card is their ceiling.
I gotta
year.
see them. I gotta see them.
Wow.
They have the Packers twice this year, right? I gotta see it.
Yeah.
That'll tell me how I should feel about the Lions.
And I also think the Vikings are going to be in it. Like they're, like the Vikings defense is going to keep them in the wild card hunt. So it's, I don't think it's a guarantee, not in that division, And if it also, I don't know, I don't believe in the Bears, but do you think Caleb gets better? And like he eventually clicks with the Ben Johnson system. You know what I mean?
That boy don't look good.
He don't.
I saw him miss some throws the other day,
bad.
man.
He looks
terrible.
bad, man. He looks like a bust, man. Like he looks bad. Like, and you could tell it's him. It's not like the offense.
Throws,
it's not like
it's
some of those throws are terrible. I will say one surprise that I do have that I'm gonna say. I think I said it last year. I was too early. The Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are better than people think. I think they'll be a wild card team with a shot to win the division.
That's a crazy statement, but okay.
Is it?
I think
NFC South isn't all that.
The West.
Oh, West. I'm sure.
He's talking Seahawks, Rams, 49ers.
Yeah.
I think
that's not that crazy.
I think 49ers are shot. I think they'll be in games because of their defense, but I think they're shot.
Isn't Purdy out? Like he's gone, right?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is in. But that's the Rams division to lose. Rams will probably.
Oh yeah, I forgot. At least huge on the Rams.
It's Rams and Packers in the NFC for me. Rams and Packers.
But I think, and maybe I'm thinking that there'll be a surprise more so because they're not that they're necessarily better than the Rams, but I think they could compete and maybe they could split, and I think just they'll have an easier schedule, so they'll be around like where they'll be in that hunt. So maybe if things work well, like they end up winning the division, but I think they'll definitely be in the wild card hunt. And I think when Kyler Murray wants to play, I mean you put this like you got to put Kyler Murray and like Jaden Daniels kind of in the same boat when he's on his game. Like he's in that realm, so it's like. You just don't know what you're gonna get from week to week with Kyler Murray. Like it depends if Call of Duty drops an update. Like
I feel like we've I don't know. We've seen Kyler Murray. He's been in the league like 3-4 years. Like
this is like year 5, man.
Yeah, it's like at this point, does he still have that? How much are you banking on the quote unquote?
He's been in the league 7 years.
Yeah, I'm about to say it feels like much longer than 5 even.
This is what he is. Like you compare him to Jaden Daniels, but in those 7 years, I've only seen it maybe 10% of the time. So it's like after 7 years, you are what you are. I'm sorry, I don't see him.
But he's
breaking out.
I can't say that, especially not now. Like Geno Smith and Sam Darnold exist, bro. Those guys have been in the league
7 years.
But it was like 7 years.
But I don't think
Baker Mayfield right now.
But I don't think it's necessarily him like breaking out though. Like I think like last year he was coming back from an injury, and like before that, like I mean, it's a lot of years now. But it's like there was a time where like he was like an MVP candidate. Like so he has this.
Tyler?
Yeah, like when the Cardinals were good with DeAndre Hopkins, he was an MVP candidate. Like.
I remember the time you're talking about.
Yeah, like that. That's what he was.
Agree,
It's far removed now, but I'm just saying like he has that skill set, and it's like he has no competition. So it's just.
You don't remember that rollout Hail Mary, man? That week.
Yeah, I remember him getting. I remember him getting MVP conversations, but I don't remember him being there at the end of the year. Like it was one of those like.
No, it was it was a couple weeks there where there was a
the Cardinals started that year like 11-1. Yeah. Maybe I remember because I was there. But like it was they started the year like 11-1, like it was crazy. But it was Kingsbury, like it was the same offense, same everything. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, they have the weapons at least on offense. So I could just see them being a sneaky team. It's just like you said, you just don't know what Kyler Murray you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I don't know. Still 28 too, so hasn't hit 30.
He's still small, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got him listed as 5'10". I don't know why.
I've never been a Kyler Murray guy.
I don't know why.
But we'll see.
But last thing I was comment on this topic. What do you guys think about the Bucks?
Baker, bro. Another one of them.
That's the team I'm afraid.
7 years.
That's the team I'm afraid of.
Listen, they got.
Bucks?
Igbuka, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
He
I
was
love him. He's
cooking.
legit. Yeah,
He was cooking,
he's
bro.
legit,
He lost me a week. You know what I'm saying? Like he cooked. I I like Baker. I'm trying to remember who's on that Bucks defense. Are they gonna get Chris Godwin back? Does it matter if they have Ibuka?
I think they
How
can
do you
take
say his
their.
name?
I think they can take their time with getting
yeah.
him
They can
back
take their
now.
time with him.
I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
should have lost that game though. As good as they were, they should have lost that game.
I think they're a playoff team. Do I think they're contenders? No, I don't think. I think they're clearly a tier below the Eagles, the Packers, the Rams. But I think they're probably be like a wild card team. I just don't know if I trust that defense.
That's fair.
JD McFly in the chat says that Baker's career was saved by his time with Sean McVay in LA. I mean, he's kind of a quarterback whisperer, right?
I think he was saved just getting away from Cleveland, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if McVay necessarily.
It was just getting out of Cleveland.
Yeah.
But shout out Baker, man. He really came back.
The 7-year quarterback, man.
People wrote him off.
Yeah.
He wasn't 7 years. He was only
at the minimum. He's around there, bro.
He only got one contract with the Browns, right? He was on with the Browns for one contract.
Baker is in. Let's see, what year is he in?
Oh, he's 30 though. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. What year are we at for Baker, bro? What year did he?
Year 8.
Yeah, bro, the 7th year. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He wasn't on the Browns for 7 years though.
No, but
he was on the Browns for 4 years. He was on the Browns.
What I'm saying is his rejuvenation is with the Bucks.
7?
Year 6, 7. You know.
Yeah, but there was like three years he didn't even play. That's man. Kyler Murray's been playing for 7 years.
All right, I'm just saying, there's a lot of dudes out here that's cooking after year 7. After not being great to start.
I also don't even like. I don't know. This is a rabbit hole, but was Baker bad on the Panthers?
He didn't play.
I didn't watch any of those games.
He played.
He played 7 games.
I didn't watch what I'm saying is those games.
I don't think he was bad. I think the Panthers just didn't know what they were doing.
That was a terrible team.
Yeah,
they got Bryce Young right after that, didn't they?
That was Darnold and Baker. They were on the same team.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The next year they were so bad they drafted Bryce Young.
Yeah, they just didn't know what they were doing. So I'm in terms of a resurgence, to Lee's point, I think he just finally got a chance to play. I don't know if he ever fall off.
He fell up to. There was definitely a regression on the Browns, right? A noticeable one where he wasn't. I think it was Odell's dad was posting video clips of him just not throwing him the ball when he's open. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on with the Browns. There was a reason why the Browns moved off from him, right? They decided to go with trade for Deshaun Watson. That didn't work out. But in general, there was a regression in Baker's play on the Browns, even though he took them to the playoffs that one year, right? And then from there, it's all right, now I'm on the Panthers. And it's whatever. The Panthers were poorly run. And then it was I'm a backup on the Rams. So it's getting to play, but it's getting to play in a system with talent around me / this is it. I had wide receivers. I had Godwin. I had Evans. Now I still have good wide receivers. He had a running game. They had stuff around him that he could play with. So Baker wasn't bad on the Browns. There was a regression though. We can't act like there wasn't. And nobody would have said, yo, stick with Baker over Deshaun Watson at that time. Nobody was going to say that. So what?
Before the contract. After the contract.
Listen, bro. We can say whatever we want about Deshaun off the field, even on the field these days. No, at that time, there was nobody in the world that was keep Baker over Deshaun.
That's what I'm saying. Before the contract or after the contract? Because after the contract, that's where they messed up. They gave him all that guaranteed money. It was more than double the second most.
It was a lot, but if you disagree with the trade in general, sure. I'm just saying from player to player. Nobody was yo, Baker is better for your team than Deshaun Watson at that time. Nobody. So such is life, bro. But he back, man. Shout out to Baker.
It's tough. I mean, even looking at the stats, right? If you're going, if you go by QBR, that was his top QBR year, 2020. Mm-hmm. And then he had the regression. If you really look at the stats and everything too, it's I think
It wasn't terrible.
He
It was
wasn't
pretty good.
terrible. No, it's like Baker's been like the same. It's just the team. I mean, because
Yeah.
even if you look at it, it's like looking at 26-8. I mean, that's 28-10. But you're looking at 500 more yards. I mean, that's an extra game. Or in some players. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
so it's not like
Yeah, and
he was.
I think. Sorry to cut you off, but I think
Yeah.
I had to look it up. But I think we're forgetting in that last year he was playing with a torn labrum.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was playing hurt, and he still managed to play 14 games, and he still had. I
For
mean,
the
like you said, that's
Browns.
where for the Browns, that's where the regression was. He got hurt, he got tore his labrum into a contract year, so it's like
It sounds to me like what we're saying is quarterback development matters based off the team you go to. If you go to the Browns, you're probably gonna suck. If you go to the Panthers, you're probably gonna suck.
yeah. It's all about situation.
So,
It's all about situation.
situation. So good thing JJ and a good one. I'll say that. I'll say that for him.
All right. What was our next topic? We had our Mount Rushmore. So we had this discussion yesterday. We were talking about Mount Rushmores for wide receivers, running backs. I don't want to dive all the way back into the discussion.
Let's do fantasy. You
want to start with fantasy? We could do fantasy.
I did my notes on something completely different, but
all right, well, we'll start.
I got. We can do any. What do you want to? Do you pick one? I'm just trying to think.
Let's start with fantasy.
I don't want to go.
No,
we have time to go through every single one.
Yeah. We don't want to go through every single one, but let's start with fantasy. So Lee, you want to start? Like, who's on your fantasy
I'll
Mount
nominate.
Rushmore?
All right, my number one spot, LaDainian Tomlinson, 2006. Oof. 1,800 rushing yards, 28 touchdowns, 56 catches, 500 yards. This is prime LT. I think it came out to 28 fantasy points a game. Like, that's ridiculous. This was a time where not every team had a PPR back. PPR backs were very rare. So you got him again, and there were bell cow backs getting 20 touchdowns every season. So, obviously 28 touchdowns was crazy. The catches, I don't think we'll ever see a season close to that, given, people are limiting RB1 carries now. Everyone's splitting carries. So I think it'll be a while before we get someone averaging 28 points a game.
That's fair. Sebastian, you got somebody?
We're picking one play? I thought you were doing four.
You want the rest of mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So that's one. I got LT 2006. I got Priest Holmes 2003. That's when he had 27 touchdowns. And I think people forget, they always talk about the touchdown record, but that same year he had 74 catches for 690 receiving yards. So I got Priest Holmes up there. Third, I didn't want to go all running back, so I switched it up. So my third spot, Cooper Kupp, 21. He had the Triple Crown, obviously. It was one of probably the greatest fantasy season for a receiver we'll ever see. I know Jerry Rice had a crazy year in the 90s, but honestly, that was before I played fantasy, so I don't really remember it. But Cooper Kupp, 145 catches, was the second most in NFL history. 1,900 yards was the second most receiving yards in history. So, I don't know when the next time we'll see a Triple Crown receiver. And in my last spot, I got to go quarterback. A lot of options for the greatest quarterback season. But to me, it's no question Lamar Jackson, 2019, his first MVP, over 3,000 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, with 1,200 rushing yards and 7 rushing touchdowns. His 1,200 yards would have been 6th in the league just for rushing yards. So he was a solid RB2 on top of being a QB1. Averaged almost 28 fantasy points a game, on par with LT. That's 1 year. So, yeah, I got LT 06, Priest Holmes 03, Cooper Kupp 21, Lamar Jackson 2019.
Okay.
Right.
I was trying to go with a different way to look at this. I was going to pick one position, 1 year for each position, the main positions, obviously. Quarterback.
Oh, Jamar Chase did. Yeah, my bad, JD. Yeah, sorry, JD called me out with that.
Okay. It's all right. It's all right. For quarterback, I have Peyton Manning 2013, the year that he had with the Thomas Bros. the dude was dominant. I think he had 55 touchdowns. I don't know exactly how many fantasy points, but he was actually absolutely dominant. I was going to go with my personal favorite, which was Cam Newton, the year that he went to the Super Bowl. He won me a championship, and I was talking to these guys before we got on stream. I didn't even set my lineup until like week 7 of that year, and I noticed that I was like 6-1. And I was like, oh, let me lock in on this. And
Was
he
that a
won me a
cash league?
championship.
Hopefully that was a cash
Nah,
league.
it wasn't a cash league. It wasn't a cash league. I wish it was. I'll go with. Oh man, I'm trying to think. I'll go with Christian McCaffrey, 2023. Whatever year that was, that he had all them goddamn touchdowns. He's scoring every single week. I had him on my fantasy football team for that. That was awesome. It was good to see. It was just a joy to experience. For wideout, I'm gonna go Randy Moss, 2008, just because he had 22 touchdowns, something like that. Crazy production numbers that he had there. And then for tight end, I was gonna do more research, but literally any Travis Kelce year, bro. He was the fantasy football tight end GOAT for like a clean decade almost. So yeah. And I went with more recent people just because like fantasy football is a more recent thing in my opinion. I was gonna go Adrian Peterson. I was gonna go LaDainian Tomlinson. You went LaDainian Tomlinson, but yeah, Peyton, Kelce, Randy Moss, and Christian McCaffrey. Hey, my rush for Matt White. go ahead, PFC. I gotta reevaluate some things over here.
Yeah, I'm still trying to see mine. I was trying to go back to like old teams. I know one for me is definitely Lamar Jackson.
Mhm.
I think this was, what year is this? 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Lamar
His in-person
Jackson.
MVP.
I know like he doubled like most of the other people that were on my team. Like he was a monster. I would probably say Tyreek Hill. For his big year. I think I never had him. I didn't have him that year, but I had him for a few years. When he like first broke out with the Chiefs, it was like a nobody. It was just like that boom or bust, like kind of I guess point spread was always like something you were watching for. Like you could win a week. Like you could literally like just change the entirety of a week by just what Tyreek Hill was doing. Who else do I have? I'm trying to think. I wanted to pull like an old person from like an old team that I had.
I got some honorable mentions. Can I name some?
Yeah.
There's a couple great ones, man.
Larry Johnson.
Yeah, he was up there for a long time.
He had that 20 touchdowns year.
Yeah.
And then Le'Veon Bell. Prime Le'Veon Bell. PPR machine.
Absolutely shocked we didn't get a LaShawn McCoy nod from PMC.
Yeah.
But okay.
I never had him, so it's
Okay.
it's not in my mind. But I will say, like, I feel like my Mount Rushmore probably would be better if I'm picking like, I'm usually picking up the guy from the waiver wire who like goes and has a crazy season. So like he's not in my Mount Rushmore, but definitely a shout out would be Philip Lindsay. Lindsay had the 1 year where he was amazing. He was like a top 5 back, and then we just never heard from him again. But Philip Lindsay was that guy.
I got a personal. If we're going personal, I'm going Puka Nacua. Just when his breakout year, just because I don't think anyone drafted him. So if anyone got him, it was probably a free agent, and then he ended up putting up his crazy year. So he's definitely for me.
There's a lot, man. Sean Alexander, what was that 07? There was a lot of really great years, bro.
Yeah.
Matt Forte, shout out Matt Forte. PPR machine too.
Matt Forte was, man. Matt Forte.
PPR again.
Another shout out to Derek Carr, man. Derek Carr's 1 season on the Raiders. He was going off.
Shout out to MVP run.
Shout out to Baker Mayfield. You want to talk about somebody who won me a league last year?
Yeah.
Baker.
He was right there behind Josh Allen, point-wise.
Baker, bro. Sleeper. Was able to just get him. I think I just picked him up randomly. It was just like, all right, I'll have a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Cooking, man. Took the
job.
job.
I'm trying to think of some more random ones.
Actually, no, my quarterback was Aaron Rodgers. He got injured. That's why I had Baker. I'm remembering now. He got hurt immediately 2 years ago.
Oh, we didn't even do. Someone say Le'Veon Bell? Said
Yeah,
He did.
Le'Veon
Yeah,
Bell.
KMC. Lee said, yeah.
Yeah, I said Le'Veon Bell. Zeke Elliott had a few years where he was at the top.
Calvin Johnson, because foreshadowing for later.
Calvin, yeah.
Whatever
Calvin
year
was
y'all
great,
feel like.
man.
Whatever year y'all
if you
feel
want
like.
to talk about
That-
it, if you want to talk about it,
That he's got the greatest what if season because he's got the greatest the record setting season he had. That was the same. It wasn't that the same year he got tackled on the one like 700 times.
yeah,
And he only had like single digit touchdowns
he had
because
like
of that.
5 touchdowns.
Yeah, like he
Yeah,
always
that's
literally
crazy.
got tackled on the 1 or 2 yard lines like 5 times throughout the year.
Some people just score, you know.
I mean, so
And he's got 4 guys guarding him every play. What's he gonna do?
Well, let's talk about it because this was the discussion yesterday, right? Like the Mount Rushmore of wide receivers.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know there was some disagreement
Mhm.
on who. I mean, so we all agreed, right? Jerry Rice is one.
Yeah. Randy Moss.
Randy Moss was on there too.
Randy
yeah.
Moss was on there. You know, everybody didn't have Met too.
And then it gets a little.
Then it gets murky. Murky.
So I'll start. You know what I mean? I'm the spicy one over here, I guess. So I had Terrell Owens locked in for my 3 with Randy Moss and Jerry Rice. And then I was saying I needed to see who I would have in that 4th slot. And I chose AB yesterday. I'm switching it up and I'm going Fitz today.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I'm not switching up to Calvin. Nah. He gonna stay where he at.
I like Fitz over AB. Yeah, Fitz is better than AB. Okay.
I looked at the numbers and I remembered Larry Fitzgerald. I remember how dominant he was in that playoff run when he went to the Super Bowl. And I was like, you know what? I'm giving him the edge over these guys. He played longer. He has more counting stats in general. And I don't know. I feel like he was huge, similar to how Calvin Johnson is, but his hands were like impossible. That's the one thing people always say, that his hands were, you throw it up and he's going to get it. And you didn't stop him at the 1. However many times it didn't happen.
You know
he scored.
He
stretched out, man.
Throw it up, they're gonna get it.
Megatron, sure, whatever. He's not making my list. You retire early, and your name not Barry Sanders. You're not making my Rushmore list, man. All right, you can tell the story of football without that man.
Can you?
Yes.
Can you?
What? Yes, you can't. You can't tell the story of football without Barry Sanders. You can 1,000% tell it without Calvin Johnson.
But we're not comparing Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders.
Yeah, I did yesterday, and I'm still butthurt about it.
What is it?
No, I did because he has Barry Sanders on his running back Mount Rushmore
because he deserves to be there.
But not Calvin Johnson, and he just said he doesn't have Calvin Johnson on his list because he retired early. Yeah, mind you, Calvin Johnson still played 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay, Barry Sanders played 10 years.
10 years, and he was the best running back in football every single one of those years without question. All right, get Calvin.
Okay, anyway, I got so Bryce Moss, and then I got you gotta have Megatron. I got Calvin and T.O. as my last 2. Mm-hmm. You gotta put Calvin up there.
Fitz over Calvin.
You put T.O.
and Fitz over Calvin. Yes, those are my 2. I don't care.
I don't think you can.
I can and I will.
I don't think
without hesitation.
I don't think you can.
Yes, you can.
I think even if you compare the stats, it's like you can tell that Calvin Johnson was a better wide receiver. Like it just looks that way. Like T.O.'s gonna have the counting stats.
Yeah,
but
T.O.'s got the stats.
Like, what are we talking about? Like,
I mean, T.O. was a freak too. Like physically, he was a freak too, but he was like a normal freak.
I mean, I'm gonna get T.O.'s 8 season stretch and compare him. That's what I'm gonna do.
Do that.
Y'all do y'all, man.
That's what I'm saying. T.O.'s got the longevity. T.O.'s got the longevity, but Calvin's prime, like.
Let me find T.O.'s best 8 seasons.
Now we're doing.
Yeah, listen. I can't pick 1 year and this year and this year. I have to do.
You just gotta play the clip of Calvin getting triple teams.
Yeah,
every time. And just like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I wanted this injury in here. I guess I gotta go here.
I'll pull it up because I think I can just.
Do you, bro?
You know how good you have to be for your nickname to be Megatron?
You said 8 seasons, or because I think he had.
However many years Calvin Johnson played.
It says
that's what I'm trying to do.
What this is.
It was 8 years, right, Calvin?
It says 9, but maybe the
9
ninth
years?
was just like random.
His last year? I don't know.
Was the 9? Wait, let me check to see if 9 was just like he was just there. Oh no, he played 9.
So it's like nine.
All right, so it's not 9 years. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's
so
get it.
Nearly a
Let's pull it
decade.
up.
Nearly a
Yeah,
decade.
yeah,
Not enough
yeah.
for you.
Not
Nearly
enough.
a decade.
Not enough,
So
man.
let's pull
Okay.
it up. So we got it. We got it on screen, man.
Talk to me.
We got it on screen.
Yeah.
So 135 games each.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Receptions, Calvin Johnson. Receiving
Mhm.
yards, Calvin Johnson. Receiving
Mhm.
yards per reception, Calvin Johnson.
Mhm.
Touchdowns, T.O.
Yeah.
Rushing attempts, T.O.
Mhm.
Rushing yards.
Are you sharing
Calvin
it? Are you
Johnson.
sharing it on the stream?
I am.
Yeah, it's on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Oh yeah, I
So,
see it. I see it.
Calvin-
Yeah,
Calvin-
there you
more
go.
Calvin-
Pro Bowls to Calvin Johnson, same all
Okay.
pros.
So at the
There you go.
minimum,
There you go.
listen, Calvin has the edge in these stats. I'm not gonna die, but he's not. I mean, he is pretty high up.
He has 2,000
That's a pretty
more
yeah.
yards.
2,000 more yards. Yeah.
Like, what are we
2,000 more
saying?
yards.
And the touchdowns is clearly like based on the lines.
So what I'm saying is I'm giving T.O. the edge because he has more than this. More happened for him. And again, he was in major moments of NFL history. He stood on the star. He played in multiple Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Like, he played for the biggest franchises in the league. T.O. is the quintessential wide receiver. Calvin Johnson is
because
a great
Calvin
player who stopped playing.
Yeah, but everything that you're holding against Calvin Johnson, you're crediting Barry Sanders for.
Right.
No,
That's my.
no.
Like,
But to
every
me,
single
hold on.
thing.
But to
Like-
me, what Barry did was greater than what Calvin did because the Lions that he was playing for were even worse. And he put up even better numbers than this.
Wasn't
Calvin
he on
Johnson,
the 0-16? Didn't they go 0-16?
Calvin Johnson was on the 0-16.
Man.
Like I don't know what
They
you're I don't know what you're saying.
They wasted first round picks on Charles Rogers,
Yeah.
Roy Williams back to back, like
Mike Williams.
the other yeah, like
Barry Sanders.
for some reason they only drafted receivers and they all were
Yeah.
trash except for Calvin.
Obviously, I'm biased for Barry. I love that dude. Barry Sanders won MVP, bruh. Barry Sanders was like the greatest thing that ever happened to football.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you get what I'm saying? That's a real thing.
We're not questioning where Barry Sanders is. We're questioning why you don't have Calvin Johnson.
Because I don't think he's as good as Barry is. That's why. I don't think he's as impactful to the sport as Barry was.
But it makes no sense.
I mean,
because it really makes no sense because basically like we're saying a guy that was better than T.O. who made your list, clearly better than T.O. is not on there.
Just say you were wrong. Just say you were wrong.
No, I'm not saying
clearly
wrong.
better.
T.O. has
it's
more.
arguable. He's better.
He's
better in everything.
T.O. also has more stats than this.
No,
Like,
but we're comparing it in the vacuum of Barry Sanders because that's what you're saying.
But Barry, hold on. Barry's stat, there's no 8-year stretch for any running back that you could do, 10-year stretch for any running back that you could do this with Barry and have Barry not clearly dominate too.
Do we know that?
I mean, outside of Adrian Peterson.
Do we know that?
Who?
Or you're just saying that. You're just saying
outside of AP, who?
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
we're not talking about Barry. That's my point. We're not talking about Barry. We're talking about Calvin.
But the thing is, if someone is close, then you're wrong.
Okay, so
you know that, right? Like, if someone's close, then you're wrong.
Straight up, I'm asking y'all, in the pantheon of football greats, to y'all, who is ranked higher, Barry Sanders or Calvin Johnson?
Barry Sanders.
Okay, so why do I have to have Calvin Johnson looped into this?
Because we're not talking about Calvin Johnson over Barry Sanders. We're talking about Calvin Johnson over T.O.
And I'm saying in the pantheon of wide receiver greats, Calvin isn't Barry Sanders. Y'all acting like he is, and he's not. That's my problem.
So Calvin Johnson doesn't have the single greatest wide receiver season ever?
Yeah, like I don't understand what you're saying.
Listen, man.
What? He had 1,900 yards.
Like,
What
what
are
are
you
you saying?
He's
like,
not.
He averaged
so
123 yards a
JD
game.
just said what I was gonna say. So what about Emmitt Smith then?
I'm fine with people putting Emmitt Smith on the list.
But can we put Emmitt Smith over Barry Sanders?
No.
But we can. Based
No,
on what
you
you're
can't.
saying,
No, you
based on-
can't.
Yes,
over
we
Calvin.
can. Yes, we can. Based on
Emmitt
what you're
Smith
saying,
and
based on what you're saying, we can put Emmitt Smith over Barry Sanders.
No, you can't.
Based on what you said, we
Oh
can.
my god.
Okay, wait, hold
bro.
on.
No, you can't.
Yes,
Barry
based
Sanders
on
is-
what you said,
hold
we
on,
can.
hold on. The gap in skill, the gap in performance between
Nah.
Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders is wider than it is between Calvin Johnson and Terrell Owens.
No,
That
it's
is
I don't know
not.
about that.
All
There
right,
was
It's
man.
not.
All right, man.
It's
All right,
wait, hold on.
not.
All right, man. Yo,
It's
y'all
not.
are
Wait,
hold on.
tripping.
There was a 3-year stretch where prime Calvin Johnson averaged over 100 yards a game, right? For 3 years straight, he did that. T.O. in his entire career did that 2 times in 15, 16 years.
Also, just on measurables, name another guy, period, in any sport that's 6'5", running a 4.29. Any guy you want to name in any sport.
It's not even just the stats. It's literally like on the field, like how people were guarding him, the defenses that were going against him, the way his peers talk about him. Like I don't know.
Give me T.O., man.
And even so, let me ask you a question, right, Sebastian? On what's it called, Randy Moss, right? What are your thoughts on Randy Moss when he was on the Raiders?
He wasn't doing much, man. He wasn't doing anything really.
He wasn't doing much. And then when he went to the Patriots, what did you think?
He's the greatest football player of all time.
Okay, so why does Calvin Johnson not get any of that inkling for being on the Lions?
Yeah.
Like you said, T.O. was
I'm not
on
saying he
much
doesn't
better
get any
teams.
of
Where
it.
they-
Hold on.
where they had a
hold
new-
on.
But he's
How many-
better than
how many-
T.O. without
listen,
How many
a
offense-
decent team.
Okay.
How many offensive coordinators do you think Calvin Johnson
Can
had?
we refocus? Can we refocus, please? Mount
Okay.
Rushmore is the 4 greatest players to play this position. Greatest, not best, the greatest. Right? We have the same debate about talent with Saquon yesterday, and we can get into that later. Is Calvin Johnson better than T.O.? Sure. He's not greater than T.O. T.O. has been involved in way more impactful, meaningful moments in football
That
to
has
me that I
nothing
want.
to do.
That's everything to do with Mount Rushmore.
No, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with it.
All right, man.
Because
It's not the NBA where it's like
yeah.
a superstar does everything. It's like there's so much more that goes into it.
All right, so let me just say one thing. Ask that because y'all just came at me about
wait. But let me just say one thing about what you
Ditka.
said. Let me say one thing about what you just said, right? Because you say moments, right? Based on what T.O. did, it's kind of like then you need to put Keyshawn Johnson up higher because he didn't really have moments.
Where's Chad Johnson?
It was social media stuff. Like it wasn't moments. T.O. was in 1 Super Bowl that you haven't mentioned as any of your moments. You talk about standing on the star, but you talk about standing on the star. You're talking about the popcorn. You're talking about like those things. Like you should be pushing more of the Super Bowl on the broken leg. Like that's a moment.
Yeah, if anything,
you know what I mean?
You have a really weak argument because you're missing the fact of what T.O. did post 30 when he retired. Because the one thing, because I had T.O. on my Mount Rushmore too. It was
I know.
mine was Rice,
crashing
Moss,
out
Calvin,
like I'm
and T.O.
tripping.
No, you're tripping for not having Calvin. Because to me, the debate should be T.O. or Fitzgerald.
Nah.
Because Calvin is a lock. Like Calvin's the third lock to me.
T.O. a lock. 153 touchdowns career,
Calvin's
man.
a lock. Nah.
Get Calvin and his 83 touchdowns out of here, man. You retire early. And you're not Barry Sanders, I'm holding you accountable, man.
You're bugging.
All right?
You're acting like he's Sterling Sharp, who only played 4 years. He played 8 years in the NFL. 9 years. What was it? What did we say? I forget what it was.
9 forgettable years, man. Shout out to Megatron.
So you don't think anyone's comparable to Barry Sanders?
I think Barry Sanders stretch. I think Barry Sanders is the greatest running back. The only person I would say is comparable would be Adrian Peterson.
And that's
I think Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time, and only AP.
Are you so? But are you saying it just in terms of just rushing or just complete running back?
I was saying just rushing in that sense because then LaDainian Tomlinson catches. Yeah,
I don't know how you don't have Barry over Jim Brown.
I ain't get to watch Jim Brown, man. I ain't watched.
He still counts.
I ain't for this. Jim Brown is on my Mount Rushmore though.
Okay,
he is. Fine.
Yeah. It's Jim Brown, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson.
Either Jim Brown or Walter got to go for me. But That's just because I ain't watched them.
It's crazy.
Larry Sanders, man.
It's
All right?
crazy.
50,000 yards, man. Worst line in football.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. The GOAT. In actual GOAT conversations,
no,
too.
man. No.
They talk about LT, Barry, Brady, and Jerry. They don't ever mention Calvin, man. Stop it.
This guy never played Madden, never played fantasy because he
Yeah.
doesn't know about Calvin Johnson.
He doesn't know.
Larry Fitzgerald, man. Consistent, longevity, got the receptions, got the yards, got the touchdowns, all that. Give me Fitz.
I will agree. Your list is 100 times better than DK Metcalf's list.
That wasn't even a list, bro.
Yeah,
if Jerry not on
Didn't
the
even
list,
have
it's not a list.
Jerry Rice on DK Metcalf's list. So
I want to see what is.
You didn't give your list, PFC, or is it the same as Lee's? I don't remember.
It was pretty much the same. Like I said, you gotta have Calvin on there. You gotta have Calvin on there.
the fourth spot. It's the fourth spot that
Yeah, the fourth spot I could go either. Like I could go AB in the fourth spot. You know, I wouldn't be mad at T.O. in the fourth spot, but he's not over
He's
Calvin.
4. Okay. All right.
not over Calvin.
Like
Listen,
Calvin is guaranteed.
one of
on the
these
list.
guys is a quintessential wide receiver. Other guy is Calvin Johnson. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
made the
that's
Pro
not
Bowl.
fair. That's not a fair argument because
You think
do
wide
you wanna-
receiver?
do you wanna
he-
compare-
when
Jerry
you-
Rice
hold on.
exists.
When you think
Jerry
wide
Rice
receiver,
exists. That's not-
when you think wide receiver, are y'all thinking Calvin Johnson? You thinking T.O.? Be real. Be
Yo,
real.
Calvin Sebastian,
Johnson, I think
Come on,
Sebastian,
man.
I want you to name a. Put it this way: can you name a receiver that has a better 9-year stretch than Calvin Johnson besides Randy Moss and Jerry Rice?
No,
Because it doesn't exist.
I can't.
Because it doesn't exist. That's
And
why.
if he continued to
Because
play,
it doesn't
he
exist.
would be on the Mount
Because it
Rushmore for me.
doesn't exist.
If he
Because
continued
it
to play,
doesn't exist.
if he
That's why.
continued to
It's not just
play,
because you don't know.
he'd
It
be on
doesn't
the-
exist.
Listen,
He makes Larry Fitzgerald look crazy
listen, man.
in 9 years. He makes him look average in 9 years. And you put Larry
Calvin
But
Fitzgerald
hold
on
on,
your
but
list.
y'all crashed out over AB. He got the same stats.
That's who?
That's Calvin.
AB?
Yeah. And
Do not put AB and Calvin Johnson.
Yo, see, this is what I mean, yo. Y'all crashed out when I said AB. He got it's like 9 years for him too.
No.
Same numbers.
No. It's not the same number.
All right, man. Whatever, man.
Do we gotta look it up, man? We can look it up. We can look it up. I hope it's the same numbers for your sake.
How many years is this? Hold on.
Because he played a lot longer.
He played 12 years, but he
there
didn't
was
do
a-
much.
It's not
Not
close. It's close. It's closer. I'll say that.
if you
closer,
compare
but it's not the same.
Yeah, if you compare like
AB
the
missed
best
some
three
years.
year
He missed some years,
window,
man.
but
He missed some years.
AB didn't do it long enough.
All right, man. Neither did Calvin.
I will say AB is closer. I will say AB is closer than T.O. and Larry Fitzgerald.
See, now that's a discussion.
Yeah.
Y'all crashed out over him too, though, when I brought him up
Like,
yesterday.
those three are.
You have T.O.
Yeah.
over him.
That's a discussion.
T.O., man.
T.O. Fitz and Antonio Brown. That's a discussion. Calvin Johnson. I'm sorry, but Calvin Johnson.
All right.
Crazy, man.
Shout out to Calvin Johnson, man. Hope he enjoyed retirement.
Oh man. But yeah. Obviously we could go back and forth about that all day. But do we want to get to sit and start?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get to it. All right. First person we got on here, we talked about him earlier, is Justin Fields. So Justin Fields at home? Yeah, at home against the Bills.
Start immediately. Start easy.
Start?
Yeah. Whenever Justin Fields plays, he's a top 12 quarterback just because of rushing. Ed Oliver's out, so their best defensive lineman is out. They're at home. We saw what they did last week. They're going to have to score points to keep up with Josh Allen. So I expect them to be a little more aggressive. And I think they will be more aggressive. I think they'll have more confidence being more aggressive just based on week one. I think they won't be afraid to let Fields take some more shots downfield. And again, no Ed Oliver is huge. So, yeah, give me Justin Fields.
Yeah, I'd start him. Lee's kind of said everything I was going to say, but in general, I do think he'll have a regression from what he had last week. I don't anticipate he scores twice and then throws a touchdown as well, but who knows? The Bills defense did get tore up by a running quarterback.
They did.
Well, they got tore up in general, but if the Jets can run the ball, we'll see. I think you should start him though. Like you should feel good about starting him this week at home against Buffalo. I would start him.
I'll definitely
start him next week too, because he's playing the Buccaneers.
Yeah. I definitely start him. I want to add another question. Would you start Breece Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. Interesting, because I'm like, it could start to create a narrative. Like, can the Bills stop the run?
No.
I think the bigger fantasy question is: do you play Braylon Allen at like a flex play? Do you play Braylon Allen?
Nah, I'm not doing.
Are you ready to put Braylon Allen up there?
Is he in that Montgomery role?
I'm not doing all that yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, speaking of someone in that role, we got Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams against the Jets. He had 20 points last week. Are we sitting him or starting him against the Giants?
You got me torn, man, because I think the Giants. I think the Cowboys will end up throwing it better than they run it in this game. So,
is it at Dallas?
It's
at New York.
It's in. No.
Oh, it's here.
No, it's in Dallas.
Sorry. Yeah, it's at Dallas.
It's in Dallas. Start him, man. Because you'd be mad as hell if he goes back-to-back 20 bombs and you just didn't start him. So if he's running ran good, so
it's a tough matchup, no doubt. But I like Javonte season long. This week is tough because against the Giants, but I wouldn't mind playing Javonte as like a flex. I think he's clearly going to be, if he's clearly the Cowboys RB1, and I think that was the question going in. They had the rookie Jadon Blue who didn't suit up week 1. Miles Sanders didn't look that involved at all. Like Javonte Williams is, he fumbled. Javonte Williams is like, the talent is not a question. Like there's a reason he was drafted early in Denver. He just had a bunch of injuries. Seems like hopefully he's over those injuries and he's I don't know if he'll ever be back as explosive as he was, but he looks good. I mean, Dallas is going to put up points. As bad as we say the Cowboys are, that offense is still going to put up points, or at least stats. And Javonte is going to be the RB1 on a top 10, top 15 offense. That's pretty good. I'll take him.
Yeah. I'll start him unwillingly. I think he could be good. I think he's going to have weeks where he just does nothing. But after last week against the Giants, I give him another start.
He's gonna get volume. He'll
get the volume.
He's gonna get touches.
At least for right now, they don't got anybody else.
Yeah.
Who's next? So we got in that same game, Tyron Tracy. He had the volume.
Drop. Yeah, drop him.
Oh man!
You think it's Scadaboo's time?
All the Giants running backs looked like trash. First off, the whole Giants running game looked like trash. The whole O-line looked like trash. Besides Neighbors, I wouldn't own any Giants.
Jeez.
This is the most reluctant start I've ever said, but I'll start them. I do think the Giants are going to try to get the running game going a little bit more versus Dallas. No Micah to help stop the run. And we've already heard Tracy kind of barking about goal line touches. Like, oh, we need to be able to run the ball in order for play action to work. Yeah. It's early for that, but in general, he's right. So I do think we need to establish the run game to get our offense going. So I'll start Tracy. I just think it'll be better in week 2. And maybe that's me hoping against hope, but I think it'll be better in week 2.
I'm torn because I don't like the Giants offense at all, but I do think like they're gonna have to throw, and so he may be on the field, he may get some dump offs just because I think Russell Wilson's gonna try to get the ball out of his hands a little bit quicker this week, and maybe he'll be the beneficiary of that. So I could see him with like 30 yards rushing, maybe 30 yards receiving, and like 4 catches, and like salvages his day a little bit. but man, I'm gonna sit him. I don't want that.
I just don't.
I'm sit him. I'm sit him. I'm sorry.
It's funny. I
just-
have Tracy in one of my leagues and he's not starting. So I don't know. I told you I'm starting, but I'm not starting.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think I'm not to be a hater, but I think he's just a guy. I think he's a jag. And if Saquon can't look good in the Giants situation, do you really expect Tracy? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Giants does not look good. Like unless Jackson Dart can come in there and maybe put some life in there. But as long as Russell Wilson's starting, I don't have any confidence in any Giants.
That's fair. Speaking of previous Giants, what about Daniel Jones? Can he replicate the magic?
I know you're starting him.
Start him. Listen, they're playing the they're playing the Broncos or are they playing the
Playing the Broncos?
Oh, I'm tripping.
You can't play
no, I'm not starting. The Broncos defense is crazy, bro. You probably have a better quarterback option. It's week 2. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
hopefully you're not relying on Daniel Jones in week 2.
Hmm.
But this is a big litmus test because talk about me doubting Daniel Jones. If he goes against Denver and he does it again, I might have to eat my words, but
I'm saying
I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah.
I'm starting him.
Hey,
I'm
man.
Jones. I do think he doesn't. Obviously, he doesn't replicate last week. I mean, he almost had like a perfect game, but I think he's still gonna be good. I think he's gonna be the truth. I think he's gonna turn it around. Like I said, I think he's gonna have a decent year. To me, it's giving like a. I know we say Darnold, but I think before Darnold there was like Kirk Cousins, like on the Vikings when he kind of started to turn around or like just prove that like, hey, I can be a quarterback in this league. And he's mobile, man. Like he's mobile. Like he can run. Like he's gonna have Jonathan Taylor, who's like they're gonna be stacking the box. So I don't know. I think you got to pick your poison with the Colts now.
What's the threshold of quarterback that you would start him over? That's my real question. Because, like, again, it's week 2. Odds are you didn't draft Daniel Jones to be your quarterback. Who is the threshold of quarterback that you would be comfortable being like, all right, I'm putting Jones in over him?
Yeah, like if it's a 2 QB league, start him. But most likely, I don't know if there's.
I'm putting him over the top 5. I'm putting him over people who are not in the top 5. I'm considering it.
So you'd start him over Herbert this week?
I look at the matchup. Like I think that's what I'm saying. Like I think like unless I have one of those like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, like unless I have those, I'm looking at the matchup.
I got one. Daniel Jones or Justin Fields.
I was gonna say that one too. I was gonna say that one. Just because the value's there.
Probably Justin Fields just because of the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just because of the matchup. I think like Denver is probably like the one matchup that I wouldn't want with any quarterback. Like I think Cam Ward had it last week and it was just like it just didn't look good. So it's one of the tougher ones, but yeah.
Okay. I was gonna throw like Kyler, Baker. Like I was like, where are we at with it? You know, but
Baker's a must start. I
feel like Baker's a must start to me, but he's not a top. I mean, is he top 5 fantasy football quarterback? Maybe.
Last year he was, I think.
It's tough because Baker's my quarterback in this league, so I'm starting him, but I don't know until they get healthy. I don't know if he's a must start.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think it depends on the matchup, but I think he will be throughout the year. But right now, you got to ride the hot hand, man. You got to ride Daniel Jones, man. Like I said, I think it's similar to Kirk Cousins. There's a time where Kirk Cousins was like tearing up the league, and like he was just on the waiver wire. No one picked him up. Because they were just like, well, he's not one of those guys, and he was just tops in the league in passing. So I don't know. I feel good about him. If you don't have anything, I'd start him. Mm-hmm. We got 2 more. Jordan Mason against Atlanta. Sit or start?
I like that matchup. I'll start him.
Yeah,
I think people
clearly
were
the better back.
Yeah, I think people weren't sure when they traded for him, like if it really made sense because they had Aaron Jones. But you know, like you said, he looked better. He got the carries, and again, they traded for him, so they must they want to use him. So the volume's there. JJ McCarthy can be decent. and at least open things up. They still got Judges over there, so you can't completely sell out for the run ever. So yeah, I'm starting Mason.
I'm sitting him. And I'm not a big Aaron Jones guy, but he clearly is like still a part of the offense. They threw him a touchdown in that game that they had on Monday night.
Yeah.
He's going to be the more reliable veteran back to utilize for JJ McCarthy. I just don't know that Jordan Mason's going to get the looks, and then they're going to try to open it up to JJ, to Jettas, to Hawkinson. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about Mason, but I would probably still start Aaron Jones over him right now.
But I think with McCarthy, I don't think they're gonna let him rip it 50 times a game. So I think they're still gonna try to establish the run. So I think there's room to eat for both Jones and Mason. And I think it's one of those where like right now Aaron Jones is the starter, but I wouldn't be surprised in like 3 weeks if Jordan Mason is the starter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they'll both get work throughout the year, but Jordan Mason will kind of be like you said, like the unassuming like starter. And
I just like the hands of Aaron Jones a little better.
It's also a rematch of the national championship game for a few years ago. So get to see that. And last on the list is Kyle Pitts. In that same game. Kyle Pitts at Minnesota.
Kyle Pitts is my never play ever again list, so I'm benching him.
I'm starting him, man. I'm up. I don't want to say big on Pitts this year, but I actually believe Pitts is going to be a quality tight end this year. I think he's going to end up being a top 8 tight end.
Fool me once, fool me twice, whatever the fucking saying is.
I'm willing to be fooled, Lee. I'm willing to be fooled. I have Pitts as my starting tight end in one of my leagues. He's gonna start. That was more of a we just don't got much to go with right now situation. But I started him week 1 to help me. So, I ain't mad at it.
I think I watched a little bit of this game, and I think a lot of these catches were like kind of garbage time, or just like not garbage time, but they were trying to get in field goal range.
Yeah.
And he got like maybe 3 catches on that drive to kind of get them in range. So that kind of salvaged his day. Overall, I think he'll be a decent middle of the road option, but there's a lot of good options at tight end this year, at least in the onset. So I probably would sit him. But it's not a bad option. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he had 10 or 11 points again. Maybe he has 4 catches for like 50 yards and a touchdown or something. You know what I mean? Like, but not consistent.
Young quarterbacks like to throw them tight ends, man. It's just true.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, the Falcons got mouths to feed. Like, Bijan's gonna get his. Bijan's the number 1 option. Drake London's their number 1 receiving option. He's gonna get his. They still give Algier like 10 to 15
Algier
touches
had like
every
12
game.
carries.
Yeah. So like Pitts is like fourth on the list. It's like he's not gonna eat.
Yeah.
Like I don't see Michael Penix supporting 3-4 fantasy relevant players.
Yeah, I think they're still run first.
Yeah.
So if
they love Algier,
first, maybe. Yeah. They for some reason. I keep hoping that
just give it to Bijan 25 times. Why is he not?
Yeah. Yes, I don't know. But those are the ones that I have.
I got one for this. Are you playing Njoku or are you playing Fannin? The backup. Fannin over Njoku. Are we? Because Fannin was the field. Fannin was the hot pickup.
He was all over the field.
I gotta ask y'all for my league. Hold up, real quick.
Are we scared? Are we scared? It's like Isaiah Likely last year. You remember that? He had that big week 1 and people down on Mark Andrews.
I think it's more so how they used them though. Like they just used them all over.
Would y'all start Pickens or Coleman?
What?
George Pickens or Keon Coleman?
Pickens. I'll play Pickens.
Yeah, Coleman's placing the Jets. Pickens is playing the Giants.
I play Pickens.
Okay.
I think To me,
Because-
Keon Coleman is like he's not good. Like for what he's supposed to be a big receiver, and he doesn't make big receiver plays.
Mm.
If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
and it's a tough matchup too because we saw last week the Jets finally let Sauce stick to the number one guy. Like he used to always stay at his side of the field. We saw last week he was shadowing DK like 90% of the time. So if they use him in that same way to shadow a receiver, Keon Coleman's the best receiver.
Coleman was great.
But at the same time, is Keon Coleman good enough to shadow?
No,
You know what I mean?
I don't think Keon Coleman's that good.
So it's like
to me and the Bills offense, I think it goes like one, like James Cook is like just underrated piece in that offense that like no one talks about.
He is the offense.
Yeah,
James
he is
Cook
the offense, and no one talks about it. But it's like it's like Josh Allen making plays, him like I think Shakir is again another guy who's like he's gonna move the ball, like slot possession guy. He's not gonna score. Then Kincaid came alive. Like between Kincaid and Knox, like they're like the wide receiver two to me in a sense. And then it's like everybody else, which is like Coleman. So I don't see him ever being that guy. Like I think he's supposed to be a bigger guy, like, but he just doesn't.
I think whenever the Bills get in a shootout, he becomes their guy in that, but they don't need to be like when they had to catch up yesterday. I mean, last week, he ended up eating a lot off of that, and I think he scored and everything, right? So it's like when they have to throw the ball, like he ate more than James Cook did, but like on average, they're going to be running that ball.
I'd still take Kincaid over Coleman.
Okay.
If I like had a flex, I'd take Kincaid over Coleman.
I believe in Keon.
I think JD had one in there. He said Devontae Smith or George Pickens? Was that a joke?
He laughed after it, so I assumed it was a joke.
But then he's had CD and Pickens together in one league.
I'm down on Devontae Smith.
Damn.
I think I'm higher on him than Pickens.
I'm down on him this week because AJ Brown need to have like 8 catches to make.
Yeah, this is gonna be an AJ Brown game. This is gonna be an AJ Brown game.
AJ Brown is catching a screen on the first drive.
First play, yeah, the first play. Yeah.
First drive.
Definitely the first drive. Definitely the first drive.
I'll put money on that.
First play is gonna be a Barkley run, man. Calm down. Yeah, I know that.
No, but I said first drive. He's catching a screen. Screen specifically.
Yeah. I feel like Pickens.
About to eat today.
Dallas is going to be throwing. Like, Dallas is going to throw 40 times. So
yeah, I think I think he's in a similar place where you gotta keep him involved to keep him happy too.
Yeah.
So especially after the drops,
yeah.
like you gotta.
I think Smith is more likely to disappear than Pickens this week.
Okay.
Yeah. Fair. All right, Sebastian, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, y'all, we're back again. My last week's parlay didn't even come close to hitting, so we're back again with a little bit more on the table. A little safer stuff going on, but I have a 15-leg parlay that's plus 15,628. But it's only $5 parlay, so I got in the early set the Jaguars money line over the Cincinnati Bengals. I got Brian Thomas Jr. getting 50 yards. I have Jamar Chase also getting 50 yards. Then I have the Ravens money line over the Browns at home. Derrick Henry, safe bet to get 60 yards rushing. And then I have the Giants at Cowboys. I have Neighbors to get 50 yards and Pickens to get 25 yards. Nothing too crazy. And then for the Eagles versus Chiefs, I have Saquon to get 10 yards receiving, AJ Brown to get 40 yards receiving. I wanted to go higher than that, but I wanted to keep this one a little lighter on the odds here. And then I have Rams money line in the 1 p.m. game over the Titans, Bills money line in the 1 p.m. game over the Jets, Steelers money line in the 1 p.m. game over the Seahawks, and then I have Jamar Gibbs getting 40 yards rushing versus the Bears. And then money line for the Sunday night game for the Falcons over the Vikings, and then Chargers Monday night money line over the Raiders. So that $5 will get you $781.42. Nothing too extreme on this parlay. A little bit of this on the safer side.
Can I just critique one thing?
Talk to me.
I'm not a fan of that Jameer Gibbs one because what is minus 600 doing to your odds?
Probably not much, but
It's hurting you. You're better off taking that off.
maybe. I don't think
All right.
it hurt me. Like it's still odd that I'm adding, right? But probably
But
not.
you're adding the
juice
risk
not worth
of
the
another
squeeze,
leg.
yeah.
It's another leg for
Mhm.
like $1
Yeah.
because it's minus 600. But okay,
Jameer Gibbs, my bad. I
Never
said Jamar Gibbs.
yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, hopefully that hits, man. And I should have parlayed it with Bud yesterday. I'd be already up, man.
You should have
Whatever.
probably.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing before we get out of here, there's some inactives. I think Juggins is still out. Well, he's listed as questionable, so he may play, probably not. But probably still go with Dylan Sampson. Jalen Wright, it's not looking like he'll play, so probably still A-Chain. Juwan Jennings.
Ollie Gordon.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon. Juwan Jennings, he's expected to play, even though there's no Brock Purdy, but he should play. A lot of people ruled out. Cool is might get cut. He didn't make the trip
Yeah,
with
I
Atlanta.
had to drop him.
Nah,
I dropped him this morning.
So
tough, bro.
that's kind of crazy. Isaiah Likely's still out. Worthy's still out. Darren Waller's out. Will Shipley is out for the Eagles. Not like it was a big thing, but Tanks Bigsby could see some action after the trade. I believe Goddard is out.
Yeah, Goddard's out.
Yeah, Goddard's out.
Yeah, I'm playing in a league against a dude that has Goddard and he's still starting him. Crazy.
We got
Yeah,
Timmons.
right. My leagues are weak, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to say.
My leagues are weak
That's
as
what I
hell.
was trying to say. But yeah. So that's the show for this week. You guys got any last minute call outs?
No,
Not for football, but shout out Pablo Torre going after Steve
yeah.
Ballmer and the Clippers. I don't know if you guys are following that.
I need him to
Like,
calm the fuck down. All right?
Every day he's dropping new stuff, new facts, making them look dumb. So.
I'm with all that on the West Coast. Keep that shit away from my Knicks, bro.
I know Brunson's next. Brunson's next.
Calm all that shit
They're
down,
coming
bro.
for Brunson. You better,
Tori, I will beat your ass, bro.
better delete
Understand
those
me.
files. You
I
better
will
delete those files
fuck
now. Knicks.
you up, bro. I mean that. I mean that. Chill out.
What happens if they find out? Like I see all this stuff. They take stuff away, but like how?
I like Pablo, bro. But
they could take away their first round picks and stuff, but they got no picks left. So I don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh, just find those.
Send them
That's
back.
all.
Send
Kawhi
back to the Raptors. Send them back to the Raptors.
Make them play. Yeah, make them play.
Yeah, you gotta send them back.
That Kawhi stuff is crazy though. It's like actually crazy.
It is. I feel like it's not. The media is not blowing it up as big as they should be.
It's wild what he out here doing.
Yeah. Adam Silver do something. Let's see.
Stern.
Adam Silver don't do nothing.
Stern with a. Hey man.
We'll see.
All right. Well, that's our show. So like always, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Peace.